With that, I'll turn it over to Dave, and it's all yours.
Thanks a lot. I think he said we're going to be done at midnight. He told me to scale it down from 8 hours to 5, so I'll try to get you guys out of here by midnight. I'll go through as fast as possible. I don't want to bore you. I want to hit the important things. Some of the questions, I did a clinic earlier in Atlanta, New York, and some of the questions that I get, I cover Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Delaware, and Maryland. So what works in Ohio or Iowa might not work here. Pennsylvania's got a ton of rock, sand and gravel, and everything's on a hill. Ohio's flat ground and black gold, so except for the drought this year. But Tim had some really good questions about our planters and who's got what. And it's great to see the different varieties. What makes Kinze is people like you guys sitting next to each other, coming up with ideas and saying, my planter would be better if it was this. Or our dealers coming to us and saying, hey, why don't we do this? This makes sense. So we take the feedback from you guys and the dealers, and that's how we come up with the perfect planter. We try to be the best planter out there. So we appreciate you guys, your business, and hopefully we can grab a few guys who don't know Kinze planters now, get you on board. We have a great dealer. We're very fortunate. We have a great dealer network. New York, where Empire is one of our dealers, and they do a tremendous job with our service, sales, and parts. They stock plenty of parts and have plenty of techs out in the field who are very knowledgeable. We train them. They come out to Kinze for sales training. Our sales reps come out for sales training, and their service guys come out for service training. It's pretty neat. I'm new, so I get excited about things that guys who may have been here for a long time don't. But our service, just a real quick, and then I'll get into the presentation, but our service guys, I said, how do you guys figure out what to talk about during service school? Well, during season, they take about 12,000 calls per planter season. And they record every one of them, and then they section out what question is this? Is it electrical, or is it rows, or clutches, and then they formulate service school, and that's how they come up with service school. So our response time on the 12,000 started off before my boss took over a few years back was a little over 12 minutes, a callback, and now it's down to 7 minutes. So we're very proactive, we're very service driven. Salesmen sell the first planter, service sells the rest. That's how we look at it. So right now I'll start with the clinic, so if you guys want to kill the lights, so these guys can see. This is very informal, so if you have any questions, please stop me at any time, and we'll get your question answered. And if we can't figure the answer out, then I'll have an answer. We'll get your name, and we'll come back, and we'll get you an answer.
Heck, we'll just make up.
That's right. I'll just speed through it and ignore you, and we'll, nobody will ever know that I had a question. I didn't answer your question. Just real quick, the agenda. We want to talk about the Kinze Advantage. Getting ready for spring. It's right around the corner. What do we expect from our planters? Planter setup, adjustments and wear items, seed trenching openings, meter options, closing wheels, and other factors, and then questions at the end. I will also, if we keep it in between this wall, I'll show us a quick video of the new planter that is going to shock the agriculture world. What do you expect, or what do you hear, what do you expect from Kinze? It's great that I'm new, to walk into different dealerships and run into customers, and I hear 15 words, and if you take 8 of them, the first one you hear is quality, Kinze quality. Top of the line equipment, also simplicity. We range from a 6-row plain corn planter, you back up your tractor up, hook on and go, plant, to a 3800 with all the bells and whistles. Strength and durability. We were out, Tim was out last week at our dealer meeting, and John is known for, Kinze, the owner, is known for building planters that are durable and putting so much steel in them that you could, resist a nuclear bomb going off. And he had his first table out, his first welding table, in his little warehouse where he worked at. And his table, his welding table, was about 4 inches thick, and that's where he put it into his planners of strength and durability. Great resale. If you're in the market for a new one, you want to trade in your old machine, these machines, especially this year, are holding their value phenomenal. It's a family-owned company. They started off very small with John with a little idea, and now last year we hired 250 employees, but we're still family-owned and operated. And then innovation. We're always coming out with the next best thing. This 4900 is a game changer. Who we are. We're specialty manufacturers. We focus on 2 things, planters and grain carts. That's it. No tractors, combines, manure spreaders. That's it, 2 things. The guys out in Iowa are farmers themselves. There's not much to do out in Iowa. Work at Kinze and farm. A lot of the guys farm themselves. So we take the knowledge of our own experience, your knowledge, our dealers, and the feedback, and we make the best equipment possible. Like I said, we're family owned. We're able to focus on quality and not profits and shareholders. I told you about history and innovation. John is just an amazing person to hear and talk. He's a genius. It's just amazing what I hear from people, and just to hear him sit down and just how he came up with ideas. And he was telling us last week, he said, my best ideas came from me where it took the shortest time, a day or 2, or he was actually going to a trade show and he said, hey, bring a few extra rows. And he said, let's mount them on the front. And that's when he came up with Interplant. It wasn't a big thought out process where let's come up with a new thing. It's just spur of the moment, this looks good, let's do it. So, what do we expect from our planters? Uniform seat depth, uniform seat spacing, and great soil to seat contact. Caring for the planters. If you hang something above in your kitchen or whatever, this is the words you should always remember. To ensure good work and accurate planting, corn planters must be well oiled, and all parts must be firmly in position. Parts must be replaced when badly worn or efficiency of the planter is impaired. Field conditions. How many guys are no-till in here? Not many. A lot of corn planters. So field conditions are critical. The right tillage depth, get the soil moisture and worked up properly, not too deep, not too shallow, and also no-till conditions. This is what we expect from our planters. Great uniform, great spacing, great yields. I've seen a few fields from driving to Ohio to the different states. This is terrible spacing, double skips, which causes less competitions for weeds, and you have terrible yields and a lot of weed growth. What causes this problem? Poor soil prep. Like I showed you in the no-till and the tillage, conventional till, preparation is critical. Is the depth adjusted correctly? Operating speed. You only have so long to plant. Guys will be going 6, 7, 8, 9 miles an hour flying through trying to get it done. Or you can also go too slow. What condition is in the planter? And what adjustments could help this situation out? Factors affecting seed depth is obviously the hitch height, the tillage practice, planting speed, row unit bounce, no-till coulters, worn row unit components, and incorrect depth setting. Factors affecting seed spacing. Obviously the hitch height, and I don't know if you guys are familiar, but if you put the hitch height too high, it lifts the front end of the planter up, and obviously if you do too low, it lifts the back end up. So, drive chains. We see a lot of this where the drive chain is maybe kinked or a little loose or a little stretched out. The seat meters are worn out. You know, let's get one more year out of the seat meters and it ends up hurting in the long run. Also, the tire pressure in the contact drive wheels is critical. Make sure the pressure is correct because you're affecting the rotation of the tire and the rotation of the meters. Tire slippage, also attachments. We see in this part of the United States and in Pennsylvania a lot of different things, guys mounting all kinds of stuff on our planters, on the toolbar, whether it's fertilizer, you name it, it's on there. Transmission settings, and also worn or dirty seat tubes can really affect it.